Welcome to TV 308. I'm Anaya Johnson. Walking onto any team as a freshman is no small accomplishment. My guest today has not only walked onto the Raging Cajun track and field team, but has also been rewarded a scholarship due to her outstanding performance. Please welcome Alexandra Johnson. Thank you for being with me today. So, as I mentioned, you walked onto the team as a freshman and were rewarded a scholarship. Since receiving that reward, have you felt that there's been something for you to prove?
If being honest, coming to campus, I kind of felt like I had something to prove because I was a walk-on. So immediately, I felt like I had to prove myself in the sense that I deserve to be here like anybody else. But just like any athlete, we do deal with certain internal struggles of battling. You know, we want to be the best, we want to compete, we want the numbers to represent the work that we've put in. But you also have to find the balance that you don't have to prove anything to anybody because what their opinion of you isn't indicative of your performance.
Okay, so on April 20th, you and 4 others on the track team broke UL school records in certain events, with your case being the 800-meter dash. How did it feel once you broke that record?
It felt really great. It definitely validated all the hard work that I had put in, just my coaches, my teammates, all that coming to fruition. And it's one thing for somebody to say something, but it's another thing for you to actually see it for yourself and be able to accomplish something like that. And then it being an individual event, to you don't really have anybody else to rely on. Once you're on the line, it's really up to you to make a decision whether you're gonna run the race the way you're supposed to or cower it out. But by the grace of God, I was able to break it, and it was really great.
So speaking on, when it's time to run, when it is your turn to run, what goes through your head?
In the beginning, a lot. I had to train myself to kind of hone in my thoughts. Now I really just, I focus on God because it's a great opportunity to be there and then remembering the gift He's given me. And my coach, we usually have a race plan before going into any race, so I'm just constantly rehearsing that in my head up until the line.
Okay, so speaking on that, are there any skills that you use on the track that you would say have translated into your studies in kinesiology?
Plenty. I love being a kines major because I get to see the science behind what I do, and not only me, just my teammates. I'm on a team with so many different individuals who are different athletes. We train differently, but we are after the same goal. So just being able to learn about what we're doing in the classroom, and then also, certain things like diet, recovery, and sleep, physiological things, genetic makeups that we learn that affect our performance. It just helps us become better athletes, just having that knowledge in mind.
Okay, so when you first arrived to UL Lafayette, you did start out as a nursing major.
Yes.
So what prompted that transition from nursing to kinesiology?
As a nursing major, I was already uncertain when I entered, but my whole family is full of nurses. So it just kind of seemed like the automatic decision to make. But as I got here going through my schooling and going through the years, I've noticed that I've always had a passion for helping people. I've always had a passion for health sciences, but that wasn't the way I wanted to execute it. And when I learned about kinesiology, I realized that this is a better fit for me. And the minute I entered into the classes, I fell in love with it because it directly correlated to who I was and what I did and what I want to do.
Well, thank you so much for being here. That is all the time we have. Thank you for your time, and thank you for watching TV 308.